Here are the steps you need to follow. The very first thing you need to think about is search engine optimization. So when we talk about search engine optimization, that's the first proven step to beat eBay's Cassini algorithm. And within the search engine optimization catalog, if you will, the category, the subcategory, the first subcategory that you have to think about is your keywords, right? When you really think about it, keywords are the heart and soul of your eBay SEO strategy. And the thing is, I'm not just talking about keywords picking, you are picking the keywords randomly. You have to put yourselves in your customer's shoes. Think about what kind of terms the customer will type in Google. Will type in eBay's search bar to look for your products or something similar. This is how you start the whole thing. Don't automatically think that, I'm going to do some research. I'm going to use some SEO tool to sort of find out what sort of products or sort of keywords apply to my store. No, ask yourself, your potential customers, based on the products you're selling, what terms are they more likely to type in the search bar when looking for your products? Okay, so that's the first thing. The first thing you need to do is to find the best search terms and focus keywords to optimize based on the product you are selling on your eBay catalog. So eBay keywords research is really the foundation, if you will, that holds your search engine performance together. So you basically, you want to start your keyword research within eBay's search bar. Do things organically, okay? Don't start from Google and come back to eBay. Do the other way around. You want to type in the product you are looking for and see other search suggestions that eBay's search engine or eBay's algorithm is giving you. So the search suggestions on the search bar are indicative of the top search terms used by eBay users for a relevant search when it comes to a particular product. And this is really good. So you start everything from there. You can start with these keywords when optimizing your listing. You don't have to use all of the suggested keywords though. Only pick out the best one for you, or the one that closely align with what you're trying to sell. It's very important. And then you can incorporate keyword phrases. You can also try to have a long tail keywords, so you can add things at the end, but you can always start with what's already there. Do not try to reinvent the wheel. Okay, don't try to reinvent the wheel. Go along what Cassini has already established as a working proposition. So first proven way, search engine optimization, and then we have keywords under that umbrella of SEO. The second element that we have under that umbrella of SEO is pricing. By the way, welcome back to the show. I really appreciate having you here. We're having a conversation about the three proven ways to beat eBay's Cassini algorithm. So search engine optimization, I get it, SEO. So you have keywords and you have pricing. So pricing is another critical factor in your eBay's search performance. Why? Because eBay is trying to position itself as one of the largest online marketplaces on the internet, and they want to be seen as a destination for good deals, right? So therefore, it's not really uncommon to encounter other eBay sellers with the same product as you. Of course, those sellers also have done their research and optimized their products to come up on eBay's search results. So your job is what? Your job basically is to stay on top of the competition and research the pricing scheme of those competitors. I'm not asking you to actually start a pricing war to the bottom. No, because you still need to generate some revenue anyway, right? So you can bring in more sales by reducing a little bit your prices to attract more customers. And but you have to find the right balance. You need to find the right equilibrium. Very important. Okay, this is why I was just telling you to be careful, because this strategy does not always work. Some customers don't mind paying a bit more for a quality product and excellent customer service. So therefore, please consider other things that will help bring in customers to your shop as well. And the third element under SEO is shipping and return policies. So this is kind of important too. Shipping cost and return policy. So when setting up or scaling your eBay store, it's important to review your shipping and return policies, because this can greatly impact the customer experience. So how fast do you ship your products? how many days you allow customers to return a faulty or unsatisfactory product. Do you offer free shipping? If not, how much does the shipping cost? So you don't need to make your store policies complicated. Just make things easy, user-friendly. By doing this, you can increase your customers' confidence in buying from your eBay store and beat out many sellers who are your competitors, right? So when we talk about the first proven way to beat eBay's Cassini algorithm, SEO. And under SEO, under the big umbrella of SEO, you have keywords, you have pricing, and then you have shipping and return policies. The second proven way to beat eBay's Cassini algorithm is listing performance. Well, I just want to quickly remind everybody of today's topic. We are having a conversation about the top 3 ways to beat eBay's Cassini algorithm. Okay, so listing performance is really important. So what is listing performance? Well, when we talk about listing performance, there are 3 areas that eBay's algorithm pays attention to. We have click-through rate, conversion rate, and sales history. So the click-through rate is one of the most important factors that Cassini will be basing their ranking on. So it refers to the number of times people click on your product listings when it shows up in the search results, right? So you have X amount of impressions, and people will click on your product. Okay, several factors impact your click-through rate, such as how well optimized your title is and the pictures that were used along with the eBay listing. You can also offer discounts to your prospective customers to increase your click-through rate over time. So that's for click-through rate, CTR. Then you have your conversion rate, so your CR. So conversion rate really is the next. It really means that it really refers to how many of the customers who clicked on your eBay catalog of products from search results end up buying those products, okay, end up converting. So increasing your conversion rate is a whole new topic that we can talk about another time. But right now you want to focus on making sure that you are increasing your click-through rate and your conversion rate in terms of your customer service, your shipping, and your pricing. The third element under listing performance that eBay's Cassini algorithm pays attention to is your sales history. Okay, so when customers look for a certain product online, they can see the various information about that product, such as the title, the price, and the description, among other things. The customer also can see the sales history for a particular product, such as how many of that item has been sold over a given period of time. So one way you can boost your sales history is to start by selling the best selling products on eBay. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. You want to sell products that have proven to be popular in the past. You can also offer up those products at a marginal profit, because the goal here is to initially boost your sales history, and over time you can adjust your pricing to increase your profit margin as well. The third element, the third proven way to actually be welcomed by eBay's Cassini algorithm is your store performance. Okay, so this is really important, and so just want to quickly remind you that we are talking about what? Search engine optimization, listing performance, store performance. So what are we talking about? When we have store performance, there are a few things you need to pay attention to. Actually, 3 of them are really important: sell-through rate, customer service, and defect and late shipment rate. So sell-through rate is basically a long metric that has had a significant impact on the eBay search ranking performance for your store. So basically it refers to the percentage of your inventory that is sold to customers based on your active listings. So basically the higher the sell-through rate, the more active listed products you successfully sold. And basically eBay calculates this data every month. So this is a great indicator of the sales trend your eBay store is on. Then you have to think about customer service. Okay, customer service, we all know, is very important. How you deal with customers, your response rate, your shipping rate, your return rate, all the policies you have in your store. This is important. If customers are pissed off at your store, this is bad. And the opposite is true also. If they're happy, that this is good. So you just have to take care of it. And then you have the defect and late shipment rate. So be very careful here, because this aspect of your account performance is something that you have control of. You want to avoid defects on your items by choosing your supplier carefully. It's also important to send out shipments on time to avoid any customer complaints about late shipment and other shipping concerns. And one thing we have seen in our research is that, unfortunately, shipping can be a problem if you are into the drop shipping business model. And unlike wholesalers who have control over the handling and shipment of products, you don't have the same luxury as an eBay dropshipper. So this is a good time to remind you to choose your dropshipping suppliers carefully, so to avoid adversely affecting your account rating on eBay, right? Because if you're constantly, if you have a defect and late shipment, this is not really good, because the dropship supplier may be late, but it's you who is actually left holding the bag. It's your store. Nobody cares about what happens behind the scenes. Nobody cares about whether or not you have a dropshipping supplier. They don't care about that. It's you who has to pick up the bag. So be very careful here. Let's have a general conversation about eBay Cassini search engine. By the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about top 3 proven ways to beat eBay's Cassini search algorithm. Okay, and one thing I want to say here is that before we actually dive into the complex world of eBay's SEO tips, first you need to understand that eBay listing optimization works just like traditional search engines like Google, right? Because if you really think about it, at the very core, the purpose of the algorithm is to find the best match for search terms and keyword phrases that user input into the search bar. For example, if an eBay user is looking for a particular product, they will be matched to relevant products from an eBay seller. So the eBay algorithm factors in various items for rankings, things like the eBay's listing title, the correct category of products, and focus keyword, among other things. In some cases, the ratings from eBay customers can play a big factor too. It depends on the niche that you're in. And but one thing I want to say here is that the whole point here is that eBay wants the customers to have the best buying experience from their website. Therefore, they have optimized the eBay search engines and its algorithm in such a way that it will provide them with exactly what they are looking for. In other words, they're trying to match what the customer is looking for with what is available on the platform at that particular time. Okay, if eBay users have a positive experience, they are more likely to return to the website for their future shopping needs. So how does the eBay search engine Cassini work? So if you want to improve your search rankings, your search rankings on eBay, and it's important to identify the critical search rankings factors, right? The factors that really are impacting whatever happens on the platform. So those are 3 factors I just talked to you about, and you have to remember that. So search engine optimization, listing performance, store performance. Those are the only 3 that you need to remember. Search engine optimization, listing performance, and store performance. Obviously, as I just explained to you, within each category you have subcategories. Let me give you a bonus tip here. I feel happy today, so I want to really reward you for actually making it so far. The thing here is that if you don't forget that you can always use tools if you're trying to lay out a strong foundation for your eBay SEO strategy. You have a lot of tools out there, from Zik Analytics to you have AutoDS. You have a lot of them. You can automate things if you want to. And the thing is that you have to think about your time versus your opportunity cost. You have the time to do things yourself. Okay, so if you have the right tool, you're able to automatically generate listing titles and descriptions that are totally optimized based on your focused keyword phrases. In other words, you tell the tool what kinds of keywords you are interested in, and the tool will actually take care of the rest. So those are things. I mean, they do cost money, of course. So you have to actually account for the cost and see if you're comfortable shelling out extra cash for this type of stuff. So, but if you are a newbie, this could be really helpful in terms of helping you with all the right expertise from the get-go. So this is important. And one thing I also want to say here is that you have to also constantly renew your store. Okay, and people have asked us while we were preparing for this show, we have received comments about promoted listings on eBay. And the big question is, do promoted listings perform better on eBay? Well, the thing is, technically, promoted listings do not perform better as long as you have a solid eBay SEO plan in place. However, many eBay sellers opt to pay for listings to actually speed up the process of ranking higher on the search engines and search results. Okay, now, so it works to a certain extent, yes. The only downside we have seen is that you have to have a specific amount of profit margin to be able to pay for the service. Okay, otherwise you can easily lose the small margin, the small profit that you have accumulated. And so before you consider promoted listings, please start with organic search engine optimization. So those are strategies that can help you. And so you are doing things on the platform itself without the help of any algorithm, any platform ad from YouTube, from eBay, from Etsy, from Microsoft, from Facebook Marketplace and whatnot. Okay, so you have to really start from the very, very core on the platform. And I just want to continue by telling you that sometimes you can actually, if you are trying to actually get your listing higher on eBay, there are a few things you can do. So you got to be strategic here. There is a formula. You can't just do things randomly and expect eBay to push your listing up in the rankings. No, it doesn't happen that way. It takes time, it takes planning, it takes persistence, it takes a lot of tweaking. In other words, you have to try several things to see what really works for you. This is why A/B testing is really important when we talk about eBay's SEO, because you have to see what kind of combination works vis-a-vis your audience. Okay, it's all about trials and errors. Obviously, the title that you are actually the title of your product must be also interesting, but it is totally possible. Okay, and one thing I want to say here is that if you want to increase your sales on eBay, please, you want to constantly look at your rivals. What are they doing? What kind of system do they have in place? Okay, you can use the search engine optimization strategy on eBay to actually boost your rankings, but also boost your profit. The same thing you would do things on LinkedIn or Google or YouTube or Facebook, right? This is totally possible. So long story short, and I just want to close to this conversation. So when we talk about the Cassini algorithm, the Cassini algorithm is basically based on an internal search engine on the eBay website. The search engine and its algorithm is responsible for evaluating the different factors that affect the listing's performance of a store or a product on eBay. So the algorithm pretty much focuses on, the algorithm makes sure to find the best matching products for a specific search term to boost their chances of generating sales from those searches. So it's all profit oriented. So it's not about just thinking about having the right title or no. It has to produce some kind of revenue for the platform. So how do you actually position this platform to how do you position your product, your store, so you can actually benefit the platform and benefit you? One thing I want to say here is that it depends on what moves you in the first place. And are you doing this on a full-time basis or part-time basis? Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I was just talking to you about three important things, three proven things that always help you beat eBay's Cassini algorithm, you have search engine optimization, listing performance, and store performance. And then I explained to you what eBay's Cassini search engine is and how does it work, and so on and so forth. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.